First, we're going to want to go ahead and type your username and password here. I've already done that, and we'll just go ahead and log in. So we want to create an email address first. We're just going to do a simple example email, nothing major. Generate a password. Now I've already got these copied down. These email addresses and passwords you see here are not active. Obviously, I've already changed all of those. So we have our second email address here. We're going to go on over to install WordPress. Click on the software and type in WordPress, although it's right there. Say build a new WordPress site. I could have just done that, but so you can select your domain for installation, which is going to be your domain name there, and choose the default directory. You don't really have to choose any of these things down here. That is not necessary at all. What we're going to do here is the free option. So go ahead and click next and give your blog title, which would usually be your domain name. I'm just going to put some default user information in here. Of course, by the time this video is published, that admin user will be gone, and so will the email address. Let's go ahead and verify your email. It's going to create a database for you. Just click your terms of service agreement. Unless you really want to read it, you can do that too. It's going to go ahead and install that for you. And go ahead and copy those, not those details on the screen, but your details, because that will be your information on how to log into your site. Again, that admin user is obviously gone. Once you've got that copied down in a safe place, go ahead and log in. So here's your main dashboard for WordPress. You have your plugins, your appearance and themes. Go ahead and check out the updates here. You want to do that as soon as possible. Just go ahead and select them all and update. You're going to want to change your general settings here. This is your site title and your tagline. I don't really like just another WordPress site, so I'm going to change that to something more appropriate. Let's see. Just another example tagline. That sounds good. Your email address, this is your login information. If you want to change that, just go ahead and do that there. It's not going to become active until you've confirmed it, of course. If you allow people to log into your, become members of your site. You're going to want to keep them as subscribers. Here, your endurance cache, I always set that to 0 at first, so I want to see those changes we make to the website or to WordPress as soon as possible. So for now, we're going to change that cache level to 0. Same with the default coming soon page. I go ahead and turn that off so I can see those changes immediately. Save your changes. And under writing, well, we'll just skip over that right now. So you can start with your latest post or a static page. There's nothing but sample pages here right now. So we'll come back to that later. That'll be more clear a little later on. So if you want people to add comments to your articles, check that. I always turn it off at first because spam bots like to get in there before you realize they even have you. So we'll probably use something like Disqus or another comment system a little later on with this site just to show you what that is like as an example. So just check some of these settings. Obviously, some of these settings are obvious. So now I like my default avatar to be something more than just a mystery person. We're going to go with the retro style. And we'll save those changes. Nothing too exciting right here, right now. We're just going to breeze past that one. We'll come back to that a little later. For your post name, always choose your blog name and post title. It's a lot easier for someone to come back and find your site plus that post name than it would be to choose like a numeric value or any of these others here. That doesn't make any sense. Month and name. You want something that somebody's going to be able to come back to quickly. You know, as a link, as a short link, if that makes any sense. But you can see the post name is the easiest one to read back. And save those changes. Privacy page, we don't have a privacy page set up yet. We're going to do that. That's a little more in-depth, so we'll come back to that a little later. Listen, we're just going to get you straight to be able to start posting immediately. This is the quickest way to do that. So your plugins, Akismet, that's a paid service. To set that up, we're not going to do that. So we just delete that, deactivate and delete it. Hello Dolly, I'm sorry, I just don't see a value to that. If that seems like something you'd want to see, keep it. Otherwise, just go ahead and delete it. Jetpack, we'll definitely get into a little more about Jetpack later. It's a really nice service by WordPress. Let's change the appearance. This is the default theme. Active is 2017. You have two other themes that you can choose from. Here's what the default theme looks like. Not bad. Nice little effect with the background picture there, and Go ahead and activate 20. I'm sorry. Nope. Oh, all right. This is 2016. My apologies. 2015. This is 2016 here. They look very similar. So let's go ahead and add a new page here. This is where you're going to be able to start adding your content. And if you're wanting to get off to a quick pace, we've already set the main settings there. This is where we can start adding content. Now the difference between a page and a post is that a page is more static content, more like pillar content that people are going to want to come to as articles. So this is the test page. You can edit this down to something a little more easy to read, as in test page. So examples and samples.com/test page is a lot easier to say than examples and samples.com/test-is-a-test page. So this is the default Hello World post. Go ahead and trash that. And add a new. Your posts, you can add categories and such, which it makes it easier to group your posts together. So if we ever had any other articles or posts that fell within that test category, we put them all together, and when we search for those, they'll show up as a group. And publish that. This is your test post. Yay! You did it. Congratulations. Now, if you want to add a menu, you're going to want to add a menu so that you can navigate the system a little better. So just create a little nav menu, and you can add your pages to that menu so it's easier to navigate. Oops, I forgot to add the primary menu as the display location. Let's try that again. There it is. This is the test page. We'll add a new page and make that a sub-menu item. Appearance and menus, and there it is right there. Just hit the checkbox and add to menu. That'll come down. You can reposition it however you want. We'll put it as a sub item here. So this is the test page. Will show up on top, and you'll have a little drop down area for that other item to come up. So there you go. And there you have it. WordPress in 15 minutes.